This is simple math for you, and our lesson today is elimination using multiplication. أهلا بكم. This is simple math for you. ودرسنا اليوم هو الحذف بواسطة الضرب. In the last lesson, we were solving systems of equation using elimination by adding or subtracting. كنا نوجد حل نظام المعادلات بطريقة الجمع والطرح. And the equations at that time were easy to do it in one step. For example, you were having 2x plus 3y equals to 4, negative 2x minus 5y equals to 7, whatever. Then you have here one of the variables is opposite to the other. عندك واحد معاكس للثاني. So you were adding directly to eliminate one of the variables. كنا نجمع مباشرة وأحيانا نطرح مباشرة لحذف واحد من المتغيرات. ولكن في هذا الدرس none of the variable is opposite or exactly the same of the other one. في هذا الدرس أحد المتغيرات ليس مثل أو يساوي أو عكس المتغير الثاني. لذلك هناك عملية ضرب يجب أن تجرى أولا. In this lesson, you need to multiply at least one of the equation by a constant to get two equations that contain opposite terms. And this is step one. واحدة من equations you will multiply واحدة من المعادلات in the other one to see, opposite coefficients. The step 2 will be adding the equation, so we will refer back to the previous lesson. راح نكرر اللي عملناه في الدرس السابق. إذا أول الخطوة وهي الخطوة الجديدة فقط إنه we will multiply one of the equations. Sometimes you will need to multiply both of them. أحيانا نضطر إنه نضرب المعادلتين بأرقام لنحصل على متغيرات متساوية أو متعاكسة. والباقي يتكرر ما فعلناه في الدروس السابقة. Let's see this one. Use elimination to solve each system of equations. In this question, none of the variables is the same as equal to or opposite to the other. We have two approaches or more even. But the easy ones are two. If you decide to eliminate the x, then what do you need? You can multiply the first equation by 7 to have 7x here up and 7x down, and we can eliminate by subtraction. Let's see what happens. So we have 7x distributing, that minus 7y equals negative 56. The other one will stay the same. In this case, we have exactly the same variable with the same coefficient, exactly same term. So we can subtract. And you subtract every and each term. And with this, we will cancel or eliminate the x. Then be careful when you subtract. We have up negative 7y, then minus, down we have 5y. It will be negative 12y. Then we have negative 56 minus 16. So 56 plus 16, it will be negative 72. And as usual, we will divide and you will have 6. And you can replace this value. You can replace the 6 here instead of the y in one of the equations. I will choose the first one. أختار الإيكويشن الأولى المعادلة الأولى للتعويض قيمة الواي التي حصلنا عليها. No y again. So I'm replacing the y by the 6. And I will solve. This will be minus 8 plus 6. So x is minus 2. So the solution is negative 2 and 6. Done. Some of you may suggest to multiply the first equation by 5. Yes, of course you can do that. And then you will add, not subtract. You are free to start with any variable. Let's see this question. In this question, you will not be able to multiply one of the equation with a number. You need to multiply both equations by a certain number. So let's do a quick shortcut. What is the nicest way to do that. If you decide, let's say, if you decide to cancel the y, then take this coefficient, which is 7, multiply it in the first equation, and take this coefficient, which is 5, and multiply the first equation. So what will we have? Let's see. What will we have? The first equation will be, we will distribute 20x plus 35y equals negative 400. The second equation, you will multiply here by 7, as we have studied. Now 21x plus 35y equals, and I will multiply 7 times 58. It will be negative 406. Done. Now we are not surprised that we have here exactly same coefficients or same term, 35y. We can do it in a different way. If you decide to eliminate the x, then multiply the first equation by, let's write it here if you want, by 4, and this is by 3. It will be 12x plus 21y equals negative 240, and this will be 12x plus 20y equals to 4 by 58, 232, negative, and then you will subtract. In both cases, you will eliminate one of the variables. The first one, you will eliminate y. This way, you will eliminate x. Let's now focus on what we have reached here. And we will now subtract . We don't need that now. Subtract 20x minus 21x is negative 1x, and this will go. Now we have negative 400 minus negative 406. So it's negative 400 plus 406, which is 6. And x is negative 6. If you have one of the variables, then you can replace to find the other one. Or some students like to repeat the procedure for x, and as we have done here. And for example, you can multiply this by 4 and this by 3, as I told you. And the other one, and subtract to have the y. So 21y minus 20y is 1y, and you have here 240, negative 240 minus 232 means plus 232, which is negative 8. So that's all. If you replace, you should have, let's do the replacing thing. I will use the first equation. 4 times x, I replace it by negative 6 plus 7 times y equals negative 80. Negative 24 plus 7y equals negative 80. Take this there. So 7y is negative 80 plus 24, which is 24 minus 80, which is negative 56. And when you divide by 7, then y is negative 8, as we have expected here. So we have two approaches. Either you repeat the procedure again, or you replace with the value of x that you have found before. The solution, don't forget to write it in order pair. لا تنسى انك تحط السوليوشن الجواب في زوج مرتب. اذا انت عندك الحريه انك تضرب الايكويشن الاولى بمعامل y اللي في الايكويشن الثانيه، ومعامل y في الايكويشن الاولى ينضرب في الايكويشن الثانيه، او الاكس حسب اللي انت بتقرر تحذفه. Here we have here the option, you can multiply only this by 3, by the way, because if you have 3y here, it will be fine. If it doesn't come to your mind, this is 1 and this is 3, so multiply this by 3 and the 1 will be multiplied up. So the 1 will not affect the equation. مش راح تأثر الايكويشن. إذا ما إجا على بالك أو ما قدرت تفهم إنه 3 أو ما إجت يعني فرصة إنك تعرف إنه ضرب ب3 المعادلة الثانية يكفي, you can do it this way. This will be applicable for anything. يعني بتستخدم في كل المعادلات أو نظام المعادلات. إذا this will be 10x plus 3y equals to 3, and now we can find that these are opposites, so we will add to cancel, and this will be 30x equals, so 12 here, 1 minus 3x minus 3, sorry, this is 3, equals minus 3 plus 3, which is 0. And when you divide, x is 0. Replace, I'll take this equation, 6 times 0 plus y equals to 1. Replace in the original 1. تعوض في المعادلة الأصلية، لا تعوض بعد ما ضربتها، أسهل لك. So 6 by 0, 0, so y is 1. The solution is 0 and 1. Here we go, second. Next equation. You can multiply, if you want to eliminate the x, multiply this equation by 4, multiply this equation by 10. Remember, you are multiplying every and each term. Don't forget any. As you see, these are opposites, so you will adding. When you add, 20y plus 12y is 32y. 0 plus 32 is 32. Dividing both sides by 32, then y is 1. Then replace. I am replacing in equation 1 minus 4. equation 1 before multiplying. راح أعوض بالمعادلة الأولى plus 2, and I will replace, راح أعوض بدل هاي y ب 1 equals to 0. So minus 4x plus 2 equals to 0. Minus 4x is negative 2. I'm dividing both sides. Then x is 1/2, 0.5. So solution is 1 over 2 and 1. Real life application. First up, first equation, 4 times a number minus twice another number. So 4 times a number, I will assume the first number is x, the second number is y. 4 times a number, so 4 times x, minus twice, يعني double, يعني ضعف, another number is equal negative 16. This is the first equation. The second one, the sum of مجموع the two numbers, so the first number and the second number is negative 1. We have two equations. None of the coefficients is the same as the other. ولا واحد من المتغيرات مثل الثاني. فبكل سهولة you can choose the second one, which is this one. You can multiply by 2 to cancel the 1. It's, I think, the easiest. If you do that, then the first equation will remain the same, and the second one will be, so I will copy this, 4x minus 2y is negative 16. The second one, it will be 2x plus 2y is negative 1. And in this case, I will add because they are opposites معاكسين لبعضهم. So I will add, راح نجمع 4x 2x 6x. Then we have minus 16 plus negative 2. This will be multiplied by everything. Remember, you have done a mistake here. Now 16 minus 8 is negative 18. And you will divide. So x is negative 3. After that, you will replace the x by minus 3. I'm choosing the second one. So y is minus 1 plus 3, which is 2. So the first number is negative 3 and the second number is 2. Let's check. If you check their sum is negative 1, right? You add them, يطلع negative 1 صح؟ نجمعهم يطلع minus 1. If you multiply 4 times the first number اللي هو minus 3 minus twice the other number اللي كان عندنا 2, negative 12 minus 4 is negative 16 صح. So the numbers are correct. So we can refer any puzzle to a math equation and we can solve it. Risha and Byron are washing and vacuuming cars to raise money for a class trip. We have Risha and Byron. They are washing and vacuuming cars. So we have washing and vacuum. We have two services here. To raise money for a class trip, Trisha raised $38. So the total amount raised by Trisha is $38. By what? Washing 5 cars and vacuuming 4 cars. We don't know the price of washing or the vacuuming. So we will assume that she is charging X for washing cars and Y for vacuuming cars. The price is X dollars for the washing each car و Y dollars for vacuuming. vacuuming اللي التنظيف بالمكنسة. washing غسيل السيارة. إذا عندنا 5 أول واحدة 5 washing so 5X plus vacuuming 4 cars she got 38. The same thing is for Byron. He raised $28 coming from washing 4 cars. Each car price of washing is X plus زائد 2Y from vacuuming. We have two equations now and we will try to solve. If it comes to your mind, then as you see here, we have here 2 and we have 4. We can multiply the second equation only by 2 to have exactly same coefficient up as up 4. يعني ممكن نضرب الثانية في 2. هلا إذا ما قدرت ممكن بكل بساطة you can multiply this by 4 and this by 5 and you will end up with same x coefficient. Exactly. It will be like 20x up, 20x down, solved by subtraction. If you want to do it this way, it's fine. We have many ways to do that. I will use the shortest cut and I will multiply this equation only by 2. Equation 1 will be the same, no changes. Equation 2, after multiplying by 2, it will be 8x plus 4y equals, don't forget to multiply also the last term, 2 by 28, which is 56. We end up with same y coefficient, so we will subtract. This will go eliminated, انحذف, صار 5x minus 8x negative 3x equals to, and we have here 38 plus minus 56, which is negative 18. And as usual, we can solve a simple equation. X is 6. Replacing in one of the equation, choose anyone. I'll choose the second one. So 4 times the x, which is 6, plus 2 times y equals 28. So we have 24 plus 2y equals to 28. Taking this there, 2y is 28 minus 24, so 2y is 4. So y is 2. Since y is 2x equals to 6, so that means the washing will be priced or charged $6 for washing. And the y is 2, so $2 for vacuuming. And this is one of the real-life application. I hope the lesson was clear. To summarize, we need to eliminate one of the variables. To be able to add or subtract, we will multiply the first or the second equation or one of them by a number to have exactly or opposite term. إذا الملخص إنه إحنا رح نحل المعادلات بطريقة الحذف ولكن بطريقة غير مباشرة. ربما نحتاج لضرب أحد المعادلات أو كلاهما برقم واحد. أسهل طريقة إنك تضرب المعادلة الأولى بالمعامل المعادلة الثانية المراد حذفه متغير x. إذا حبيت تحذف x تضرب اللي تحت بالمعامل اللي فوق واللي فوق بالمعادلة اللي تحت، راح تحصل على بالضبط نفس المتغير أو بعكسه تماما، فتحتاج إلى جمعه أو طرحه لتلغي واحد أو لتحذف واحد منهم، ثم بطريقة أخرى تعويض للحصول على المتغير الثاني. That's all for today. Thank you all. See you in the next lesson. Goodbye.